So I wanted to start this rant off and get right into it. I see a lot of problems that people are having is commitment without an ego. And in this video, we're talking about being a millionaire in business, in day trading, being an entrepreneur, whatever it is that your craft is. Obviously, this channel is an entrepreneur / day trading channel. But we're talking about being a millionaire and getting to that level. And people come into this market with that mindset out the gate. And it's so massive that after 3, 4, 5 months, they feel it isn't feasible and they just quit because they're discouraged without breaking it down into bite-sized chunks. 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, 500K, a million. We gotta talk today because I'm about to rant. I'm in a bag right now and I need you guys to really listen. A lot of you guys will care about something and then stop caring about something months later, and then just to care about it again a few months later, just to go back and forth with that cycle and think that's enough to get to where you want to get to. And then when it doesn't work out, it's the worst thing in America. It doesn't work. It's a facade. You'll never achieve what you want to achieve. And they project their feelings and emotions onto other people and discourage them out the gate. And I'm not talking about those who are trading and then they want to take a month off to recenter their brain and then jump back into trading again, because that's perfectly normal after a string of losses or a consistent winning streak, and you want to withdraw that money and then enjoy yourself or learn from the losses and pick back up a month later. That's fine. I'm not talking about those type of traders because we all are like that. I'm like that. Sometimes you got to take 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off. That's cool. I'm talking about those who will be locked in for 2 months straight and then take 5 months off and not even have a plan to recenter their brain. They're focused on a whole nother craft. And then when that craft doesn't work out, they try to come back to this as if like, oh, let me just give it an extra month and I think it's gonna work. You just missed 5 to 6 extra months you could have been locked in. And you go back and forth and you get discouraged. And that is the greatest part about this job. And the worst part, being an entrepreneur and being a trader, sorry, I'm hitting stuff, I'm locked in right now. Being a trader and being an entrepreneur is because it's all on you. Freedom, right? You have the freedom to do whatever it is that you want. That's the pro, and the con is everything falls on you, good or bad. And that's why I think a lot of people settle for actual jobs who are natural entrepreneurs who were selling stuff when they was 10 years old and 15 years old. They're natural entrepreneurs, but now they are at a 9-to-5 job because they're scared of the risk, because they like that you work into a workplace, you go there, you get a guaranteed check, by year 4 you have it all automated. It's easy to blame other people. Oh, this person got a promotion because she's sleeping with the boss, or this guy got a promotion because he's best friend with the boss. Like all that, it's easy to put blame on others. When it comes to this market and you're not making money, it's all on you. Period. End of story. And it causes people to get discouraged. They want the market one day, they don't want it the next. They want to be a millionaire, but then they don't, understand it. It's just a lot that goes on. And I know somebody who was similar to this, right? He was making $3,000 a month from the market, and give or take, it wasn't necessarily consistent. It was more like $1,000 one month, $4,000 the next month, break even this month, $6,000 next month, but overall, it averaged to like $36,000 for the year, just divided by 12, $3,000 a month, right? $3,000 a month, and he was so upset and pissed off. Mind you, this was like his I think his 4th year in or 3rd year in. Upset and pissed off that there's somebody else out there who's making $100K a year, somebody else out there who's being a millionaire, somebody else out there who's like making more money than him, and here he is over here with his measly $36,000 for the year. And I'm just like, mind you, I don't know this person like personally, but I know of him, social media. And it's like, I don't understand why you're complaining about that. There's always going to be somebody that's better than you, and there's always going to be somebody who wishes they could be in your position. There's a bunch of people watching my video right now saying, I wish I could make $3,000 from this market consistently. I wish I could. And you don't see that. He's not grateful for that, but you would rather be in a 9-to-5 job where you get $36,000 for the year and it's consistent because you go in 9 and you come out of 5 and it's guaranteed every single 2 weeks, bi-weekly. When it comes to this market, no, I don't want to put the extra time in or wake up early in the morning or sleep late nights, X, Y, and Z to make the same amount of money. Great, whatever floats your boat, I understand, but don't try to compare yourself to other people. And I want you guys to watch this video and understand that. Stop trying to compare your success to other people or your failures to other people and be like, well, why am I not here yet? I saw a meme the other day and it was like a string of like 7 pictures and it was a bunch of like cars and like human beings in the car, and it was like a bubble and a cloud above their head with like what their thoughts were. And the second picture was a guy or girl in a Porsche and she was looking at the first picture, and the first picture was like a Tesla Roadster or a Lamborghini, McLaren, whatever the case may be. And the second person was saying, one day I'll get rid of this Porsche and I'll get that McLaren, that Lamborghini. And then the third picture was a person in a 2021 Nissan looking at the second picture and saying, one day I'll get rid of this Nissan and I'm gonna get that Porsche. And the fourth picture was a beat up Camry from like 2007 and saying, one day I'll get rid of this Camry and I'm gonna go and get that Nissan. The fifth picture was somebody on a bike looking at the beat up Camry and saying, someday I'll be able to drive a car and get that Camry instead of this bike. The sixth picture was a bus seeing all the cars in the bikes go by and say, one day I'll stop riding this bus and I'll be able to afford a bike so I can be riding and driving and going on my own pace and on my own speed and not having to take the bus and wait for certain times to go certain places. And the last picture was a homeless person on the floor with a cardboard box saying, one day I won't be homeless and I'll have enough money to take the bus consistently. Not one time, consistently. There's always something better out there. Like always. And I need you guys to stop comparing and complaining, because there's always going to be somebody better out there. You can't care about that. There are better traders than me out there. Way better. There's probably hundreds of them. I don't compare myself to them. And I think what I want you guys to get from this video is to think in your mind, what do I want from this market? Do I want to make $100 million like, the select few who have done it and be like one of the greatest investors in the world? Or do I want to make 10 to 15, $20 million and then use that money to invest in other places that I'm passionate about and kind of be around the way? Or do I just want to make enough money to pay off my debt and pay my bills for the month, and then I can get extra money from my actual, passion and craft? Or do I just want to make enough money just to get out of debt and then that's it? Then I don't ever want to trade again. You have to be honest about yourself. And I think people are coming into this market with no guidance whatsoever. And I think this is where like the positive of somebody like me or somebody else can come into play and kind of set things straight. Figure it out what it is that you want. Because I know what it is that I want. I don't want to be somebody who's a day trader 10, 15 years from now and my goal is to make 200, 300 million. That's not my goal. Like, that's not my personal goal. Swaggy C, Chris Williams. My goal is to always be a day trader, always be an investor. But my goal is to probably make $30, $40 million from just pure day trading over the next 10 years, 15, 20 years, and then use that money to invest. Like the second, option I threw to you guys, use that money to invest in other areas that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about real estate. I'm passionate about TV. I just see my whole YouTube as a whole production channel. I want to put on a movie one day. Like, I'm passionate about investing. I want to invest in private equity deals. Like, I want to invest in a lot of different things. I don't just want to be just one day trader. That's it. So I know what it is that I want. I want to donate to charity and create homeless shelters. There's so many things I want to do. Create schools. I saw somebody and I met somebody and it actually touched my heart and actually broke my heart. I met somebody with cerebral palsy, and excuse me if I'm saying it wrong, but it was my first time actually seeing somebody, like firsthand seeing somebody, not just hearing the stories or seeing it online, seeing somebody and meeting them. And it broke my heart, because here I am making videos, talking loud, talking aggressive, talking fast, being, what the world categorizes as normal. And here I am, meeting somebody who's just full of life, so happy, feels like they're so blessed, can't stop talking about God enough, and their words are a little slurred. And if you ever met somebody with that condition, you know what I'm talking about. And they talk a little bit slower. It's hard for, like, I don't know, it just messed my mind up, because it's like, we are so blessed as a society that we take little things for granted. We're so worried about money and this and that, when we have our health, we have this, we have all the basic primary functions that a lot of people would kill to have. I got a friend who was walking his entire life. He was sleeping in the passenger seat and then woke up, and now he can't ever walk again because the driver was a little bit drunk and crashed into, I don't know if it was a tree or another car, and it basically impaired his legs, and now he really can't walk anymore. And taking that for granted, right, for the first 30 years of your life, 20, we're not thanking, you know, God, we're not thanking nobody for like, thank you for health, thank you for everything. Like we're so locked in on our problems, we don't take the time to, and this is getting real deep right now, but I want you guys, this is all tied into trading because it's all your mindset, it's all psychology, which is the most important thing when it comes to trading, because risk management comes from what? Psychology. Your psychology is the one that's telling you and directing the risk management and the trades, not risk management directing everything else. If your psychology is right, it will dictate the risk management. So we're setting these things up, we're taking them for granted, and I want you guys to watch this video and figure it out what it is that you want. Stop comparing yourself to other people. I told you about my friend who works at Foot Locker and has been working there for 11 years. Do you realize if you put that 11 years into studying something you're passionate about, where you would be right now? And people do not have the delayed gratification feature whatsoever. Like when it comes to an actual job, like a 9-to-5 job, yeah, you do, because you got a guaranteed check every single 2 weeks, so you're not really worried about it. When it comes to the market, there's some days you win, some days you lose. And that is why I tell people you should not be relying on market money as your rent money, as money that the only money you have left, because it's too much emotions involved. The market is very crazy. It's very volatile. It can't guarantee you. There's no strategy that's guaranteed. There's no formula that's 100% like out there and everybody can use and everybody will make money. That's not how it works. Like I want you guys to understand, and I'll make a video on it later. Every strategy you see on YouTube and online works. Keep that in your mind. Like it all works. But it's not 100%, and it won't work for everybody. It won't work for most people. Somebody came out with price action trading. Somebody like studied it, man-made, was profitable, was good. Several people were profitable. And now there's people coming into this market in their first year saying, don't trade, you trade price action. This is their first year in the market. You trade price action, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm trading smart money. You're never going to make money over there. You just started trading. Shut up. And this is what I'm saying, like, smart money, that works too. There are so many different strategies that work. Figure out what it is that works for you and stop bashing other people. Stop comparing other people for the path that they take. Focus on you and give yourself the time. Like if I was still a babysitter right now, like right this second at 26 years old, that means I would have 7 years in the market. And guess what? I wouldn't have quit. I would not have quit whatsoever. I think, and mind you, I don't want to hear about conditions. I was in just as poor as conditions as somebody watching this video. Maybe not the super poorest, like maybe people in other countries who like don't have anything. I'm not talking about that, and that I understand and feel sorry for, and wish the best for. But we were struggling with rent every single month, and we didn't have food all the time, and I was homeless a couple of times, so I know what it's like. And if you're telling me from 19 when I first came across the market to 26 right now, if I was still a babysitter, would I have quit? No. It would just be my 7th year in the market. And I'd hope this year would be my aha year, my crazy year. I just hope. Like I'm putting the work in. And that's what I think the issue with you guys is you guys won't do that. Do what you want to do. Be a trainer. Be an artist. If you're watching this video, I always keep it on the side. I don't see the issue where it's like, well, I'm just going to give up trading or give up investing. Why? This is extra money that can be made for you if you know what you're doing. Obviously, a lot of people lose and 90% lose. I already did that video in the realest Forex video you'll ever hear. It's on my YouTube channel. But we talk about that, like, right? Like 10% win out of the 100, or maybe 5% win out of how many? If there's 10 million traders and 10% win, how many are winning? 1 million? If 5% winning, how many is winning? 500K? It's good numbers, right? But I go back to the original point of you guys commit and you stop. You commit and you stop over and over again. And I want you guys to look at my YouTube subscribers. There is 312,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel right now. Think about that. That means 312,000 different individuals, unless there's somebody who just has 2 accounts and wants to subscribe to me on both accounts. Take that away. There's 312,000 people who are subscribed to me who at one point was interested in this market. And now you look at my views right now and it's like 30,000, 40,000, 20,000, 60,000, maybe 100,000. But then you go back, 20,000, 15,000. And you're wondering why the big subscribers, people fall off. This is what I mean. They don't commit. One day they're locked in, they're committed. The next month they're not, and they don't care anymore, and they just forget to unsubscribe. They don't care anymore. This is where that 10% comes in. Look at how many views I'm getting in my video, and compared to how many subscribers. What is it? 10%. You get 30K views in a day or in a week in comparison to 312,000 subscribers. That's 10%. The 10% is there. The ones who's sticking through it. And it's not even 10%, because I'm pretty sure you who are watching this video, if you're a real life supporter of me and you know the GOAT Academy, the Swaggy Academy, this channel, chances are you've watched my video 5 times. So it's not just 30,000 different people. Maybe it's 10,000 people who are watching it several times. People fall off. They're committed, they're not committed, and they think that's going to work. The numbers are there. It's there. People are like, you take 312,000 subscribers, you cut it by 10%, 90% lose, 90% dropped off, 10% is still here. So I want you guys to keep in your mind, figure it out what it is that you want, right? I'm gonna go down the list. Figure it out what it is that you want from this market. Write it down, keep it close to your heart. Number 2, stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop. And number 3, if you really do have a passion for this industry, in some way, shape, or form, it doesn't have to be your first passion. In some way, shape, or form, I don't think you should be quitting. Now, I don't think you should be trading if you have money that will change your life. And if you put $200 into the market and you lose it and you're just so discouraged and it'll change your life and now you don't have money for rent, don't. You should not be trading. You should only be trading with money you're comfortable with. Understand that. But I do think the journey of learning of day trading is beautiful. It's more than beautiful. I want you guys to get it clear. I'm going to stop this video soon. But I just wanted to rant to you guys and let you guys know. It's okay. We're talking about being a millionaire. Like, you could make 50,000 from this market and then take that and invest it somewhere else, or invest it into an idea you had, or invest it into your physical training program and then make $1 million from there. Guess what? You made $1 million. You made $1 million. And it all started from what? From this. So again, this video is wrapped around making $1 million, being an entrepreneur or being a day trader. But if you made 100K from day trading, and you took that money and invested it somewhere else, whether it is on your personal development or into a company, and you made $1 million from that second thing, it all started from here, right? So you can classify yourself as that, as a millionaire, as somebody who has built something, who's done well for themselves, but it all started with the focal point of here. Or if you're somebody else who works a job and you have extra money and you put it into here, and you make some money from here, great. But take it down, put it into bite-sized pieces, try to make your first 1,000, then try to make your first 5,000, then 10,000, then 25, then 50. And if you make it to $25,000 or $50,000 and you feel like trading is good, I just want to keep it as a side hobby for now, like a legitimate side hobby that I'm focused on, but my real life passion is this, whatever it is, and you want to take some of that money and put it into this, do it. You do not need to try to compound your account to $1 million, because guess what? There are some losses in the market. Your win streak right now may not be your win streak next month. If you can come across making X amount of money, take it out. Take some money out and focus on what it is that you want. There are select few that are, all in. Day trading, Forex is their number one thing ever. Nobody can take that away. That's the only thing they're passionate about. They may move on to stocks, options, they may move on to other forms of investment, but day trading is their end all be all. There is a select few. I saw somebody who commented on my story, my Instagram the other day. I don't remember his name, but he was just like, I can't wait to make some money from day trading. I love this industry so much, blah, 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 blah. And I commented back to him and said, what is your real passion? Like, what is your real passion? And he's like, oh, well, I really want to make some money because I'm really passionate about being a DJ and having my own this and own venue, blah, 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 and take that money. There it is. That's it right there. Great. Now when you're studying, you can use like that goal and dream as motivation. But it all starts with what? Figuring out what it is that you want so you can be a millionaire. Overall, not everybody can be a millionaire because everybody does not have the discipline. Everybody does not have the psychology because they may be motivated from this video one day and again, falling off, non-committing. A month from now, they forget this video even exists and the things I said even existed. And that's why a lot of people aren't millionaires. That's why a lot of people don't even make 6 figures because they don't have the discipline to continue on. Consistency. Gary Vee says he's working at his dad's liquor shop even though people don't understand like the difference between a salary and gross sales when it comes to the company. Yeah, the company was making $3 million and he took it to $60 million. His salary was still, I think he said his salary was 40K or 30K or something like that. Like just because the company made millions doesn't mean he's making that. So you have to work something diligently and just get better day by day by day by day by day. Stop thinking if you're not a millionaire by year 2, everything's fake, everything's a scam, and it doesn't work. Stop. That's not true. And this industry is very, very hard to dissect it. I'm gonna finish this video soon. I know somebody who said they tried to trade for 3 weeks and then they just quit because it was a lot, and you gave it no chance, bro. Like, I can understand if you're saying it's too much information, I'm overwhelmed, so I'm just gonna stop. Understood. But saying I tried to trade for 3 weeks, placed a few trades, lost all of them, so day trading is fake, and bro, you gave it no chance whatsoever. You shouldn't even be trading if your first time coming into this market from day 1 to day 21, 3 weeks, and you're already trading. You went about it the wrong way. And then there's somebody else who's on the other extreme side. This is why this industry is so toxic and it's so crazy to kind of divert and figure out which path to go. There's somebody out there with a course right now. I'm not going to say his name whatsoever, but you guys know me. I'm at the top of my game. I know everybody in this industry. He has a YouTube channel with a good amount of followers and subscribers, a good amount. Like he's getting like 30, 40,000 views per video. And I clicked his website, and the website says, my course and my trading will give you an edge in this market. I go down and read the about me. The kid says, I came across Forex for the first time in the middle of the pandemic during quarantine. I'm like, yo, you can't be serious. Why do you have, I don't understand. And this is where it's like, people like, you got to figure it out. At least, like, I know there's people out there who are like, oh, you know, Swaggy, you know, you have an academy, you have a course. At least me and my peers, you know, everybody, if you're not in my academy, you're probably in somebody else's academy. At least me and all of them have been in this market for 6 or 7 plus years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 8 months, and you're teaching people about, come on, man. Like, so this is why I need you guys to do your research, pay attention, stop comparing yourself to other people, stop giving yourself a time limit, lock in, and if you really feel like this is overwhelming, I understand. There's no shame in being like, this industry, day trading, investing is not for me. There's no shame. The shame comes into play if you say it doesn't work for everyone, because that is a lie. The shame comes into play when you say it's a scam, because that is a lie. That's where the shame comes in. Freedom is crazy. I hope you all understand the point I'm trying to make. I just really spazzed out and ranted because it was heavy on my heart this morning. After seeing something on my, you know, I did my research on my YouTube channel and the Gold Academy and everything else. I did all of that, and I just wanted to relay this message to you guys. I hope this video comes out well to you guys. I want you guys to know that you can be a millionaire. You can. In whatever field that is that you want. Any field, there's no field in the world that you can't make 6 figures in. No field. Like, and I understand teaching. First of all, I think teachers should get a way higher salary. They're getting robbed, but that's another conversation. I'm talking about like being an entrepreneur, right? There's no job you create as an entrepreneur where you can't make 6 figures or even 7 figures. You can make 6 figures off of a lemonade stand if you're an entrepreneur. You keep going up. You do this and you get all the LLC formations. You open up an actual brick and mortar store. You can do a lot of different things. It's the discipline that comes in. The consistency, the discouragement. It's not easy. It's not. And that is where a lot of people fall off the tracks. And that is where it gets real tough and real hard. So I'm not here to spitball you guys' dreams and saying, you all can do it and do. I'm not talking about that. I'm not even talking about my academy, right? I'm not talking about none of that. I'm saying is lock in on whatever it is that you want. And if you're watching this video, chances are there's some type of day trading that you want, or investing, or being an entrepreneur that you want, that you're watching my videos for. Lock in, please. Just lock in. I'm not saying my Gold Academy, or I'm saying just lock in on what it is that you want. Once you figure out what it is that you want, make a promise to yourself that I will do my best to stay in this field until I get where I want to get to. And if it's year 4 and you get discouraged, you're just like, I don't want it anymore, it's totally understandable to adjust. But I'd rather you guys give yourself a chance to lock in and a chance to get there than cutting it short. I'll holler at you guys.